Ladies, gentlemen, and oh, but of course, gamers, welcome back to another patch note review video where I, the illustrious Alan, will in fact complain yet again about League's changes to their game, which I usually don't agree with because ADs are the slapping stick of most people. So, coming off of a lot of Warframe playing, a lot of League playing now too. I'm playing League a lot at night, grinding that ranked, and by grinding I mean losing. It's been some time since, 2 weeks, since those AD changes went out, and I'm pretty confident in saying they did basically nothing or close next to nothing. I don't feel any different as an AD player. In fact, I feel so shitty as an AD player that I go to other roles and I have more fun than playing AD for the most part, unless my support's good. And I actually saw a meme about it on Reddit where it said, oh, how to play ADC. Give everything to the support, give everything to the team, support the support, and then help the jungler. And that's how you play ADC. Which is kind of true because no one helps ADC. Anyway, moving on. So, the AD changes didn't hit with an oomph, in my opinion. Let's see if Riot does anything else to change it. In terms of skins, we'll get to that when we get to that, but I'm very excited. I actually just saw the skins for next patch, the pool party ones, which are looking pretty decent. But at this point, I'm kind of not looking at skins too much. Unless they're the legendary, then I might take a quick peek at them. But generally for 1350s, and even sometimes the legendaries, I actually go out of my way not to look at them. I just see what they are, but I don't see any videos on them. Because I actually want to be surprised by their effects and abilities and everything. And, a little surprise is good once in a while. But this one, we got the legendary Senna skin, but we'll get to that. So, happy June. Y'all ready for a summer of fun, safely indoors, and hopefully not going back to my job? Yes, I am. This patch, we dipped our toe in the usual pool, adjusting some champions that have been standing out and some who have been in a rough spot. Oh my god, no, they're buffing Brand. Oh no. But they're buffing Xayah too, which is good. We're also carefully dialing down a few pro outliers. Trundle, okay. Varus, interesting. Okay, finally we're pushing a few changes, a couple bugs. Okay. So they're probably going to buff Volibear, because he's a little on the weaker side. Even though I think he's pretty fun, just not that good. More noticeably, we've done a pass on some of our more underutilized and niche runes. Interesting. Some felt unintuitive, the benefit, okay. Hopefully these changes will help player, okay. So, let's see what's going on here. I'm not going to look at those. Alright, so skins. High Noon Irelia, really good skin. I saw a bit of this. It was really, really nice. Hextech Nocturne. Very interesting. I feel like it would overlap with his other skins, and like I said before, I haven't seen it, besides maybe like a picture of the in-game, and it looked pretty cool. Now, High Noon Senna, I think, is an amazing skin. She has a gigantic fucking gun that turns into a horse. And the horse is actually a full horse, unlike Ash's, which is a half horse, which she also makes fun of. But I've actually been playing Senna a lot recently, so I'm kind of debating whether or not to get this amazing, amazing skin. But High Noon Senna, really good skin. I'm a little upset she got one so soon, and Kai'Sa still hasn't gotten one. I want to have one for Kai'Sa and Kog'Maw, but we can dream. We can dream. Because I don't know what Riot counts this lady as an AD, as a support, as both. So hopefully not as an AD, so we could get a legendary AD skin very soon. But there's no legendary skin next patch, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, so champion changes. Akali. What do I think of Akali? I think Akali is super fucking weak. I think she's weak. I think she sucks. I think she can do okay if you're really fucking good at her. But I think aside from that, it's very hard to play Akali. She requires so much skill to even make possible to not just feed, but to actually carry, I feel like you have to be Korean. So I'm assuming we're going to see buffs, because Akali was so simple before the rework, and I actually liked and played her before that. So let's see what they're doing. Q damage increase. Alright, just a straight old buff to her most used ability. What are they doing? 25, 30, 0.65, 0.6, 0.65, 0.65. Okay, so it's slight damage buff. So this is a little bit better for her, but I think like after all the hits to her shroud and her cooldowns and the ulti change where it's now point and click and not free cast, it's like they really did smack her around a bit. I think she should have a little bit more damage than what she does, because she definitely lost a lot of her safety and reliability with the ulti and shroud changes in the past. So I think this is okay. I think she's probably should get more though, so that's fine. What his memory is? No. No. Alright, so Brand. What do I think of Brand? Brand is annoying, but ever since they nerfed his passive, they've kind of left him alone. Alone, excuse me. I'm a Texan, huh. What else do I think about Brand? He's fucking annoying. I don't like seeing him. At night, now I do patch notes. So he's still good, but it's just there's a lot of better poke supports that I think do it better. Because whenever I play Brand, I mean, you shouldn't use me as like a good representation of Brand players, but like whenever I used to play Brand, I would like try and do my poke, because that's what Brand is. He just fucking poke, get out of lane, like I'll bully you sort of character. So it's like, I think once I did that, I basically died a lot or took a lot of harass. And then if you only go and do the W and that's it, it's like you're not really getting that much use out of Brand anyway. But Brand is still good. I think slight buffs will make him better, but I think he's pretty decent already. He's like in a spot where I don't think he's oppressive, basically. So what are they doing? Increased mana restore on a blazed enemy takedowns. What? Oh, so they're buffing mid-Brand. Okay. So you gain more mana when you kill something that has your passive on it. Oh, that's fine. That's lovely. Fucking keep buffing that. Make him go mid. I don't give a shit. It's good. Alright, Cass. I think Cass is pretty weak. I think she's sleeper strong. She's like an easier version of Akali. She's a non-mechanic intensive Akali, basically. She's not like, you know, stupidly like bad. Or not stupidly easy is what I meant to say. Like Akali is very complicated. Cassiopeia is a little complicated. You have to definitely, you know, get a feel for her and figure out her stuff. But it's not as much as Akali, obviously. And I feel like Cassio, if she's good, not as crazy good as Akali players might be, but like if she's good, she could definitely easily carry a game. Like she does nuke damage. She can't get boots, so she gets another damage item for free. Gets a lot of move speed. It's just she needs to scale, and you need to be very careful on her, obviously. But she's extremely fucking good. It's just she needs to scale. So I think since we haven't seen her, and league games generally focus on early to mid game champions for the most part, or Cassio and pro play basically, I think we're gonna see buffs because we just haven't seen her enough. Basically, that's kind of what I base a lot of my thoughts around. Have we seen them? Base health and armor decreased, magic resist increased. So she's been both top and bot. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. She's been going bot lane. Fuck. So they want to make her better against mages and worse against ADs, which I actually agree with. I think this is great. Cassio is traditionally a glass cannon that actually has decent-ish self-peel. So this is actually pretty good. I agree with these changes. These are nice. It's a buff to Cassio mid, kind of. Alright, Fiddlesticks. There's no way in hell Fiddlesticks is probably ever going to get a nerf for a long-ass time unless they overbuff him. Because God, I keep saying it, he is so ass. He's really good thematically, but damage and gameplay-wise, he's just like... You have to work a lot, like very hard, to get a payout with Fiddle, whereas with other junglers you wouldn't have to do that. Like for Fiddlesticks, you have to set up a lot of shit for yourself. You have to just do a lot. And the little change they did to his passive, where if you stand still, you get the fear off anyway, even if they see you, is really good. But I feel like his just in-game damage, mostly I think his E, honestly, is what does it for me. Is what, like, I think should be, like, buffed to do a lot more nuke damage if you hit the center of it, at least. But, I don't know. What are they doing? Fiddlesticks reap more benefits than we'd intended with our last set of buffs. Wow, I haven't seen Fiddlesticks not one bit. That's crazy. Since we're trimming down his power around minion waves, while we're taking care not to scare him off top lane. So they want him to go lane. They want laning for Fiddlesticks to be an option, but they kind of don't. Interesting. Okay, so. Oh, wow, they're actually touching Senna. I mean, makes sense. She's getting a legendary skin, so they have to make her kind of good and appealable. Even though I think she's pretty good right now, but she definitely had some nerfs that hit her pretty hard. AKA the soul reduction nerf with the how much AD it gains and whatnot. But I think she's in a decent spot. I'm hoping to see buffs, though, because, like, I'm going to be honest, a lot of what I do on Senna is just getting away with playing with bad players. Like, if I go Senna with AD, I think I should pretty much lose, because any actual support kind of just shits on her unless the support's really bad. Engage supports, let me clarify that. Engage supports. So, bug fix on attack windup time. Passive missed Wraith drop chance increased. Okay. ADC Senna has been in a weak spot. Yeah, it's been non-existent. We're giving her some more chances to redeem more benefits from farming. We've also fixed the bug that causes her to have a longer auto windup when critting. What? I never even fucking realized that. Okay, passive. 8.33 on minions Senna kills. That's actually insane. Looking at it from a number standpoint, right? So we'll round it out. We'll be generous here too. Or we won't be as generous, but we'll round it out to 2% before to now 8% after, right? So just from a mathematical standpoint, 2% doubled is 4%, then, 6, then 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8. You're like 4 times more likely than before to get a misdrop if you auto the minion, which is insane. Will this bring ADC Senna back? Maybe, but probably not, because the main thing you play Senna for is stacking the souls, which makes your character super strong, and the only way you do that consistently is with support Senna. So it's like, this really doesn't matter, honestly. But the bug fix is good, so that's good. Okay, Trundle. Apparently, from what Riot said before, he's a problem in professional play. Excuse me. So, what do I think of Trundle? I think he's actually pretty good, honestly. He's always been a good brawler. If you 1v1 him as, like, another brawler, you kind of lose. He just beats the shit out of you, takes your AD, as well as gaining AD, takes your health, takes your tank, and basically just takes everything you have away from you, gives it to himself, and beats you with it. So, he's really good, and he has a decent CC pillar. And he does a good amount of damage. Like, his damage is nothing to laugh at. I think the only bad thing is, like, once you get behind, you kind of don't do anything. You just lose, like every brawler. You're not tanky enough to, like, do anything. You don't have enough CC to matter. And then you don't do enough damage at that point to be relevant. So, I will say this, though. If you get a head-on Trundle, you're a menace. And they want to tone that down a little bit, which I agree with. I mean, I don't think he's that bad, so I'm hoping not to see too many, like, slaps in the face, but let's see what they do. His health is getting rounded out, his mana is getting rounded out, his mana regen is getting rounded out, and his W move speed is decreased. This is fine. This just impacts his movement. And it's getting buffed later, actually, which is insane. But his early mobility that he gets from the W, which I'm pretty sure he doesn't max. Traditionally, you've always maxed Q on Trundle, so this is fine. This really doesn't stop his power or, like, snowball per se. It just stops his mobility a little bit. Which he should be smartly using the E to help him. I guess this puts more emphasis on using the E correctly, which is great. Trundle should know how to use the E. Alright, Varus. Apparently Varus is an issue, which I have not seen Varus in a long-ass time, but again, pro play. Actually, no, I've seen Varus a little bit, and each time they kind of sucked ass, except I supported one, and he did really fucking good. But I generally haven't seen him that much, but he didn't feel bad. He actually felt quite decent, but not top tier. So, what are they doing? They're Concerned about lethality, Varus. Okay. Which I hate. I hate lethality. So we're tuning down his scaling so that he pays a fairer cost later in the game. Oh, damn. 1 to 1.1 to 1 at 1.5 maximum. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Generally, I'm a fan of the crit build or the on-hit build. I actually hate fucking lethality. I hate, like, early game. Based on, I'm an AD main. So, I'm actually okay with this. I think lethality is a bit oppressive sometimes, especially in the hands of Varus, who can literally outstretch the lane and can hit you from anywhere as long as he's not stupid. So, I agree with toning him down a bit. This is good. Lethality, not crit. Victor. Victor, I feel, is a little ass, except in pro play always. I've barely, if ever, seen a Victor in the last 2 months, I think. I haven't seen Victor in so long, which means he's either only good for pro play or he's ass in general, and I guess the pros just use him because they like him, but that's probably not the case. Regardless, I think he definitely needs some buffs, but not big buffs, because Victor used to be fucking crazy. I remember, like, someone said he had, like, the biggest burst, obviously disregarding Vhagar and I think maybe Syndra, or any infinite stacking champ and Syndra. He had, like, one of the biggest, like, bursts in the game with his Q auto E ult combo. It was, like, insane how much damage he does. He just obliterates. And he does a lot of AoE, so what are they doing? They're buffing him, thank you. So discharge damage ratio. So they're upping the damage by 0.5, that's whatever. And then the shield is going to 0.2 with 32 ability when empowered. So that's pretty good that they're buffing the shield, if anything else. The damage is okay, but the shield is really good. A good Victor actually uses the shield very well, and that's what my old friend James taught me. That, like, the shield on the Q basically makes you win a lot of trades in the mid lane. So it's good that they're empowering it. I feel Victor's a little weak, and this is kind of buffing his survivability a bit. Volibear. Alright, let's see what they have to say. So what do I think of Volibear? I played him for a bit. He is an interesting person. I played him top lane. I don't think he should go jungle, but that's just me. Even though he might be decent at it. Excuse me, I'm eating my nudes. I think in melee versus melee matchups, he generally wins them as long as it's a sustained fight. Volibear does very good in sustained fights. It's just little, like, one-off, like, poke fights he's really bad with. And that's because of his W. I feel like the W is the main part of his kit that really matters for, like, the early mid-game brawling or, like, fights that you get in the top lane. And you need to hit, like, the second and so on proc of it to get that heal off, because that heal basically makes you win, and the damage isn't half bad either. Now, I've never gotten to the point where I could build Wit's End and have, like, a full build on Volibear in the couple games I play with him, but he feels fun. It's just he doesn't feel too good. He's like a giant fucking meat. He's like a Scion, basically. He's a giant meat that does decent damage and actually lives a little bit and provides some utility similar to Scion, just in different ways. So they're obviously going to buff him. I doubt they'll nerf him because he's fucking so weak and he's new, and they gave him a free skin. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do. Gameplay clarity improvements. Oh boy. Base mana growth. Yeah, mana was a bit of an issue when I played him. Health growth increased. Okay. Q bug fix. Quality of life. W bug fix. R turret disabled duration. Epicenter damage radius increased. And base damage increased. Jesus. He's been underperforming in his top lane, especially in higher levels. And even with the mid-patch updates from earlier this week, which is fine in theory since his top lane is secondary to his primary role jungle. Ironic. I think it's the other way around. But the difference is just a little too wide. So these additional changes focus on improving the fluidity of his ability casts. Okay. So in general, his E and his R now disperse faster. Okay, I don't know what that means, but... Well, I know what it means, but I don't know why that's important. Improve the visual clarity of several Volibear spells, including his W, his E, and his R. Okay. Fix the bug that caused Volibear to hum away way too often. Okay. Volibear Eternals are now live. Oh, wow. I didn't even know he didn't have Eternals. Okay. Base stats went up by 10 and 5 for mana and health growth. That's decent. Not really anything too big. Q. The attack can no longer be interrupted by CC once it's been initiated. That's super good. Super fucking good. Thundering Smash and Powered Attack now scales its timing with attack speed. Super fucking good. Volibear's Thundering Smash reset will no longer fall if quickly recast after being interrupted. That's super good too. These should have been in, like, at the beginning, but it's fine. Animation cancel. And the Volibear will now automatically attack the target after canceling his Frenzied Maul and E animation. Okay. Volibear will now continue to attack his target even after casting Frenzied Maul on them. That's should have been there in the beginning. Made larger and better anchored to the target's health bar. Okay, yeah, because I felt like it was a little difficult sometimes to see what the mark was on, personally. So that's actually good. Alright, so, the ulti. They're increasing the turn disable duration, but they're nerfing it late. So they're buffing it early and nerfing it late, which I think is fine. I think 6 seconds is a little overdoing it, and 5 seconds, it's like, if you can't do what you need to in 5 seconds, the 6 second isn't going to fucking matter. So that's fine. Epicenter radius, so basically the radius you could damage people is 300. That's a little bit better. That's good. Base damage is up. That's pretty good. Fix the bug that caused Volibear to automatically basic attack a target after landing via his R. How's that a bug? Okay. His model was reduced slightly. Yeah, it was fucking huge, honestly. Turns disabled with R are now also much darker to denote their status. Okay, that's good. Just clarity. I think that's all really good for Volibear. I think he still needs a little bit more to make him a little bit better, but he's in a decent spot. He's fun. He can't be the best. He shouldn't be the best either, because then he'd be unstoppable. You can't stop him with CC, or a tower sometimes. But that's good. Okay, so Xayah. Xayah is generally pretty weak. You know, remember when Xayah and Kai'Sa were the two strongest ADs because they were safe? Well, now they're kind of weak. Even though I still think they're decently strong, they just need to scale. And they both have low-ass range, which I hate, but whatever. So, after dominating pro play for most of last of the season, Xayah's been plucked from the top tiers. Yeah, all the ADs have. Buffing her R damage. Ew, what? So, 125, 250. Oh my god, wait. Level 2 went up by 100. Holy shit. 200, 375. Wow, the ulti damage, like, base now scales extremely well later. Early, it's, like, stupidly nothing. But, like, later, holy shit, that's insanely good. It'll actually probably tickle them a little bit more now. And I'm not saying that, like, jokingly. I actually think it will actually be noticeable. That's insane. 200 to 375. That's almost a double damage buff. Base. Holy shit, that's super good. Really good. Yasuo. What the fuck? They're touching Yasuo? What? Holy shit. They haven't done this in so long, I feel like. Alright. What do I think of Yasuo? Obviously, he's the biggest meme in League of Legends, or one of the biggest. Oh, 10 Yasuo power spike. But, I think generally, Yasuo's a very high skill capped character. And definitely high reward. If you're really good at Yasuo, you can do a lot of damage. And he's actually one of the funnest champions I think I've played in this game. He's so cool. It's like, you know, like the Ninja Ronin fantasy? That's what you get with Yasuo. And I feel like that's the reason why he's so popular. It's because he looks so cool when he does shit. Like, he dashes around, he knocks shit up. His ulti is visually, like, really nice. And it's very good for a team fight if you hit everyone up. He's a very good 1v1er because of his wind wall. He has a really good kit in general. He's just super fucking good and fun, but just kind of hard to pick up and do really good with. But that being said, what do I think of his state in the game? I think he's decently strong, but you have to be good at him, so it's like I can't go off that. Man, I don't know. I mean, I guess if anything, we hopefully will see a buff, because maybe too many people feed on him. I'm going to hopefully go with he's getting buffed, because I don't think they should nerf him. I think he's like, honestly, I think he's in a fine place. Maybe a little weak, but still nothing to warrant anything, except buffs. I don't think they should nerf him, though, but let's see. Let's see what they're doing. Yasuo has been outshining in bot. Well, no fucking duh. He's against ADs. Anything will outshine in bot against ADs. while remaining rather lackluster in solo lanes. Yeah, because it's easy to rape an AD. So we're bringing up the cooldown on a spell that is the most effective there. Oh god, they're nerfing Windwall. While giving him a little padding on his shield, since it's easier for bot lane enemies to poke it down. We're hoping these careful adjustments will reduce his power bot lane while impacting him less where he's solo. So they're reducing his health by 23, 10, 0, 30. Okay, that's pretty decent. The flow shield is going from 100 to 510, 115 to 525. Okay, so the lost health is kind of getting made up for in the shield, kind of. And then the wind wall is going up by 4 whole ass seconds early, which I think is the important part. Early, I think you should really be careful with your fucking wind wall. Like, if you bait that out against the Yasuo, he should be fucking scared for his life. Because, like, wind wall is an extremely powerful tool. You can block so many ultis, so many abilities, a lot of damage. And for a decent amount of time, too. And I think late game having it be 18 seconds is fine. Early game having it be 30 is pretty good, too. I actually think these changes are pretty okay. They don't really hurt anyone, which is nice. Okay, runes. Approach velocity. This rune sucks fucking ass. Only people who have no other good rune to go get it. This rune sucks ass. Passive. It used to be you gain 15 bonus move speed toward movement impaired allies or enemies. Now you gain 7.5 bonus move speed when moving toward a movement impaired enemy. Increased to 15 if you were the one who did it. Interesting. I don't think anyone's going to use this still. I think this is still bad. Ναι, εντάξει. Όχι πολλά. Yeah, so... Ναι. Ναι, εντάξει. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, approach velocity, pretty bad. No one's going to use this shit. Guardian. So Guardian is actually powerful, so they're probably going to nerf it. Tether range is 350. Wow, let me actually read what they're saying. It's a powerful keystone, no fucking duh, that's been largely unpicked and ignored. Really? I mean, only certain people can use it, I think. Airy, I think, sucks asshole, personally, so I don't know how that's outshining it. Aftershock, always pretty good. We're zuzzing it up, ew. Altogether, we're aiming for this keystone to establish a similar power level, but finessed in a way that's less frustrating and more reliable. So the tether range to actually activate it is pretty big now, which is really good. It's doubled, almost. No, it is doubled. So that's really good. I felt like you had to literally kiss your support on the mouth, which they should be doing anyway because you're the AD, but... So now it's any damage, 90 to 250 post-mitigation damage in the last 2.5 seconds, or lethal damage. Okay, that's pretty good. So now, if you get hit by a fucking wee-wee-ass auto from, like, Karthus or something, it won't activate, I guess, which is good. The shield amount is going from 80 to 200. That's pretty good. And then move speed, you don't get move speed. That's actually sad. I really like the move speed of it. It kind of like was used in case like they were engaging on you, then I could just run away and have a shield. That was like pretty good. I like that. Excuse me. But the shield is greater now, so that's fine. I think this is a decent change. Predator. Oh my god. How much reading do I have to fucking do? What do I think of Predator? I think Predator sucks ass and it's only good on people who set up ganks. That's it. And people who roam, but even then there's better shit to take. Okay. Like, usually they don't have any other better rune on them. Like, who do I see people using Predator on? Sometimes Hecarim. Most of the time Gragas. Sometimes Kayn, even though I don't think it should go on him. And then Annie. That's about it. Maybe Singed, but, like, Singed is his own fucking troublemaker. I think he does whatever the fuck he really wants. But Predator is very not big, or not widely used, fucking bigly. So what are they going to say? I think it should be buffed, honestly. While delivering on an excellent fantasy, Predator often loses sights on its prey by having a difficult cast paradigm. and an unintuitive optimizations. We're attempting to broaden it. Okay. So they want it to be more standard. Okay. Like I just said, almost no one uses this except certain people. So the cooldown is going down by a lot. That's insanely good. The damage is going from 30 to 90 plus 0.2 plus 0.1. So you could use it more often, but it does a little less damage. That's okay. Active is no longer disabled for the first 150 seconds of the game. What? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. People might actually, like, start boot with this. That's so stupid. What the hell? Oh, no. Okay, so what else? Upon completion, Predator now grants 45% move speed while moving towards enemy champions at a range of 3,000. Wait, it doesn't give you move speed out of that anymore? It doesn't still do that. Does this give you extra move speed? While moving towards... I don't know, I'll have to see that, but that sounds good. Active is no longer interrupted if you cast an ability or enter combat. So that was a 1.5 second ramp up for damage effect and full move speed. Okay, that's fine. Oh no, they removed that. Yeah, so no matter what, you're still gonna like be able to use it, but you're gonna have to wait to get the effect of it, and it won't like fizzle out. So you'll always like get it through unless you fucking die, obviously. So that's fine. Predator now only deals damage and ends the hunt against enemy champions. That's super fucking good. Duration 10 seconds. That's fair. I think Predator's a lot better after this, honestly. You could use it more often so it feels more impactful. And it got a lot of quality of life changes, which is super good. Honestly, I don't think you used it for the damage, so lowering the damage is fine. You used it mostly for the mobility. Super good. I think that's a really good change. Taste of blood. You now know when it's on cooldown. Okay, cool. Unflinching. They need to buff this shit. I feel like no one uses this shit except supports, and even then, sometimes they don't. Unflinching and approach velocity have very low pick rates. Yep. And unintuitive functionality. The goal is to broaden them so more champions can use them. Okay. So... gain 10% slow resist, 10 tenacity, gain up to 20% more slow resist and tenacity based on missing health. That's super fucking good compared to what it was before. I think actually a lot of people might like take this now because 20% tenacity, like imagine that on Garen, right? Garen already I think gets tenacity from his W active, plus this, plus Merc Treads. You're almost going to be unstoppable. This is actually super fucking good now. Super, super good. I think that's actually really nice. Super nice. Okay, summoner spells. Ghost. I think Ghost is pretty whatever. Ghost as well as Exhaust used to have a lot more stuff on it. And then Riot nerfed them. And now they basically have next to nothing on them. And they're very simple and bad in my opinion. But Ghost has kind of been getting some love. I think the one thing that would actually push bot lane and ADs indirectly back up to like previous power levels is if they actually do buff Exhaust back to what it was. And for those of you who don't know, Exhaust right now, from what I remember, I don't play support, and if I do, I get Ignite because I quote unquote support with mages. Generally, Exhaust, from what I remember, lowers move speed and I think maybe attack speed. It used to lower move speed, attack speed, MR, armor, and damage that the person would do. It was so fucking good. Or no, I think it still does the damage, actually. Maybe not the attack speed. I think it lowers move speed and damage. But it used to do a lot more. Like, it used to make them just weaker. Like, more susceptible to die. It was really fucking good. But anyway, what are they doing to Ghost? I feel like Ghost is in an okay spot. Ghost has been a non-viable summoner spell for many champions. Yeah, because it's literally just move speed. There's so much better options. I think some power that emphasizes its strength relative to other summoner spells. Okay, so what are they doing? Ghost move speed now activates instantly. Yeah, that was so stupid that they had that I had to ramp up. It's like, are you kidding me? Takedown extension. Wait, what? Ghost increased move speed. Duration now extends by 4 to 7 seconds when you get a takedown. That's actually crazy. This is like a mini yield. The move speed went down. That's fair. If you could get it extended, it's still pretty good. And the cooldown went up. Wow, that's actually stupid. I think for like what it does, it's not that powerful, honestly. Like, okay, you get move speed. You get to move through units, which items give you that. Some passives give you that. It's not that big a deal. And then, I mean, you could have it extended, but still. I feel like this thing is still super weak unless you need move speed for your champion. Like, it's an inherent thing. Like, it's very, very inherent to your kit, aka Singed, Hecarim, maybe Garen, maybe Darius. Because you like to stick on people, even though Garen doesn't have a problem with that for the most part. I don't know. I still think Ghost is pretty weak. I mean, these are good changes, but I still think the rune's pretty weak. Okay, Elemental Terrain. Oh, really? They're adding more blast cones. Holy shit. Cloud. Scryer's Bloom. Okay, cool. That's whatever. Doesn't really change anything. Kog'Maw. Okay. Upcoming skins and chromos. We talked about that. Oh, yeah, they have High Noon chromos, too. Look at that shit. I might get one for Jhin and Senna. The Senna one's like hot. That Senna skin's so hot. When does this come out? Does it say? Fuck, it doesn't say. Alright, overall, pretty whatever patch. I still haven't seen a patch that's fucking wowed me like crazy, so I'm a little sad. But, level is Noah Black. He is 288. I'm actually catching up to him, holy shit. Overall, I'm gonna rate this patch a 6 out of 10, I guess. Actually, nah, it's been an okay patch. 6.5 out of 10. There's no change I really disagree with. It's just a lot of whatever changes. Some of them were good, but nothing crazy good. I mean, I guess that'll be like for the fucking preseason or whatever that I'd give like a big score if it's good or not, or if it changes a lot. I just want to see like major change at this point because the game is getting a little stale. I mean, I'm playing it for tokens and LP, not really for anything else. But yeah, 6.5 out of 10. Marc Merrills seems fair. So that's it. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks when the fucking pool party skins come out. I hope you enjoyed.